Hello and welcome to the Built by Us podcast. This is the second episode in our new series where it's pre-recorded and it's only with the admins and we actually prepare topics. And our first topic is EA games. So the new EA game, which is the new Star Wars game.
Which is Star Wars Fallen Jedi?
No, Jedi Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, whatever it is. I forgot what name. So basically what we know already, it's a single-player game with no microtransactions from EA.
Which is huge, by the way.
Yeah, because they listened to the podcast. It was listened last week. They took hints.
Yeah.
So that is a new game. So I hope you guys are looking. So we'll find out some more information tomorrow, which is, is it the 13th tomorrow?
It's the 14th tomorrow.
14th tomorrow, there'll be an announcement at Star Wars Celebration.
And talking about the EAs and all their many studios that get EA'd, here's BioWare that apparently also listens to the podcast because we told them last week how to fix their company.
And in due course, because they listened to the Built by Us podcast, they had a meeting. They discussed things like production practices. I imagine they discussed why people were leaving it such a large amount. The Frostbite engine was discussed, so hopefully they start using Unreal. Really hope they start using Unreal. And also, so at that meeting, Jason Schreier, who wrote the original story, spoke to some people, and some were really optimistic about the changes. However, there was some skepticism. So I hope, I think we all hope, that this next game, which will be Dragon Age, I didn't announce the name, but it's next Dragon Age game, so Dragon Age 3, 4, is good. Or I think they're going to end up closing that studio. I think there's just too many problems.
Which hopefully they won't.
Hopefully they don't. But
We hate anything getting closed down, really, but especially gaming studios.
especially BioWare.
And yeah, BioWare like that.
That's
The big name brands that could be falling out, and the more devs we've got, the more games you get. Like at the end of the day.
That's it. True.
Yep.
So that's pretty upsetting. Hopefully that doesn't go ahead. Dragon Age was loved by a lot of people. Second one, not so much. I know my cousin really loved the first Dragon Age. He played the shit out of that game.
Same.
Same.
Good game. Really good game. Solid work.
Hopefully he will. Yeah. They'll redeem themselves. Hopefully, is what we're trying to get at.
Yeah. Just hopefully they don't get EA'd and close. I really don't. I hate seeing companies close. Like if they fuck up, hey, fine. But it's not their fault. So I feel bad about that. Yes.
So, moving on then, or rather moving backwards, back to Star Wars, I guess, but also moving on to the trailer. Dead briefly, we'll go over it. I personally, not a massive Star Wars fan. I do like the movies. I do love the games for the most part. Not the newer ones, they were a bit shit. We'll go into that. Billy, you mentioned the trailer to us. I've watched it. To me, it doesn't give too much away. To you said it sparks interest on Emperor.
Palpatine. Yeah, so that laugh at the end is Emperor Palpatine.
Okay.
The actor came out on stage on Star Wars Celebration when they announced the trailer and did the roll it again in his Palpatine voice. So we know it's him. We know that the destroyed space station in the background is the Death Star, and I have questions on Ewoks. Are they? Because that is extinction level event kind of crash. It's a big fucking space station, right? It crashed into a planet. Did it kill all the Ewoks? Or were they evacuated with everybody else?
That's fair point, though.
Having a fireworks party when a fucking space station's about to crash in your planet, I don't know.
And yeah, how is Palpatine going to be put into the franchise, really, at this point? Can we put back into it, should I say?
Super Force Ghost.
Super Force. It's got to be. It's the only way because from what we've seen, he's dead. Although we technically did
corpse.
No. But
didn't see definite.
It's very heavily implied.
It's very heavily implied, but no, tell a lie. We did see his corpse falling through into the reactor, right?
You're wrong. Yeah. Darth Vader's just gonna appear and say, "Hey, bitches," and it's over.
I'm evil again.
No, he's gonna appear, look at Kylo Ren and go, "I am your grandfather."
No. He's gonna look at him and say, "You're a prick." And you suck at being evil. Go be on the good people's side.
Yeah.
And then they're going to kill Darth Vader. Again.
What
Boom.
old is new?
10 out of 10 IGN. I don't think they review movies. I don't know if they do. I don't think.
Do they?
They do. Okay.
They do.
I don't read.
Yeah, they do.
I don't read IGN.
Oh, I don't, but they do.
Okay, cool. So it's
they're
10
just
out of
as
10 IGN. Cool. And now over to the esports stuff.
Okay, so this week I'm going to be talking about League of Legends, Rocket League, and CS:GO. But we're going to start with Rocket League because we've got one of the staff members from Built by Us, Chung, is here. He's like our resident Rocket League know-it-all, kind of really plays the game a lot, kind of his main game. So I thought I'd bring him in to maybe chime in a little bit. So what we know so far, from my perspective, is that the RLCS Season 7 has just started, so there isn't too much to say. But we'll hope to have some more exciting news next week. And something else that I've recently found out about Chung is that the esports teams and players now get revenue from the new Rocket League esports shop that is opening on the 16th of April. Now, this will have all kinds of merchandise from tires, cars, wheels, all kinds that people can buy. 30% of that revenue goes towards teams. So you can literally support your teams directly through Psyonix's shop, which I think is great news for the teams.
Great news.
More teams for the team, more money for the teams means more money for the players, which to me means the sport's going to get bigger, right?
Creates more interest in the game as well. Creates more interest for orgs actually stick around.
Now, I haven't watched too much RLCS in my time as a Rocket League player, but I do recognize all of the teams that are currently involved in the esports shop, and that's Cloud9, Evil Geniuses, Ghost Gaming, Team Vitality, TSM, Splice, Rogue, Mouse Esports, G2, Dignitas, and NRG. So the big names are there, the names with fans. I assume other teams will join that towards the end as well. But on opening day, that's who's there already. Now, what I hope you may be able to chime in a bit on, I know Cloud9 have won so far at the start of the season, but the players themselves, I think it might have been Parik that said, not Torment that said it. He weren't thrilled with how they played, but they said they still won.
Yeah, they swept Splice, but it was a close game in nearly every match.
Oh, okay. So
like as you were saying, there's not too much on it because like Splice is one of the only teams besides Ghost on the US side that played twice last week. Ghost lost both their matches. Splice took a win and a loss. That's the only team with decent actual numbers. Everyone else has just played one game, so there isn't much.
Yeah, there isn't too much to talk about yet. How do you feel it's going to be this year? Do you think it's going to be a really close season? Or do you feel like it's going to be 2 or 3 top teams again, and that'll kind of be it?
It's in an interesting state because you have the heavy hitters who've been back for a few seasons. You have Cloud9, Energy, Dignitas, and
G2.
TSM, G2 have kind of been out of the spotlight a lot recently, but people are thinking they made a roster change. They might step up a lot this season. There's big talk of like Team Vitality. They were put together last season, did horribly. They have 2 of the best 1v1 players in the world. They did really badly last season, but they beat a really good team there last week. So like,
they've got the skill. They just need the synergy now.
The team that was really signed by an actual org was also an RLRS team last year, and they are the ones who I think they beat Dignitas.
Oh shit! So that's a big statement as well. So I believe there's a new team that's just coming into the league now as well. Did you say?
Savage, who came up from the lower leagues RLRS last season, so they won it. They got signed by FC Barcelona.
So that's a huge name, and not just like that's not just like a huge name like in football, which I mean it is. It's a huge name worldwide. FC Barcelona are massive.
It's one of the biggest clubs worldwide. On the other side of it, then though, there's another smaller team that got signed. They are called Bread, and they got signed by an org called Space Station Gaming.
Yeah, I've heard of Space Station Gaming. Yeah. So again, it's good news. It sounds to me like RLCS is getting bigger. Okay, so thanks, Shung, for the Rocket League help there. I'll hopefully speak to you next week with a bit more on the storylines. Moving on to League of Legends then. The LEC League of Legends European Championships viewership peaked at 355,000 people during the regular split, which is the highest in history. So that's phenomenal news. It means that League is definitely still growing, at least from a viewer perspective. And for esports as a whole, more people are watching, so always great news. The finals are on the 14th of April. It's going to be Optic versus Fnatic. Everybody knows there's a big rivalry between the 2 teams anyway. XPK broke off, Mid Origin came back, head-to-head, great teams. Should definitely watch that. That's going to be awesome as of tomorrow. Just to reiterate, this podcast is getting recorded on the 13th of April, so anything that we say now could already be outdated, so don't take it word for word. Over to the LCS, the North American League of Legends scene. The finals are today on the 13th between TSM and Team Liquid. Now, these teams don't have a massive rivalry. However, the two owners, Steve from Team Liquid and Reggie from TSM, have made a $100,000 bet between each other on their own teams to win. So that has sparked a bit of interest from viewers to see who's basically going to lose $100,000. So it's a bit of an upscale kind of rivalry because a couple of years ago, CLG and TSM had a bet. The loser had to dye the hair pink. This is $100,000. It's a bit different, so definitely worth watching both of those games. They're going to be great games. I would definitely tune in to watch them both if you get a chance. Over to the LCK, Korea have finished their playoffs, and SKT have won the LCK for the 7th time. And looks like they're back on form from last year, which is great because last year they didn't even show up to Worlds. They literally didn't make it to Worlds. They were terrible, but it looks like they could be back on form. So look forward to MSI. You're likely to see TSM or Team Liquid there. Cloud9 will be there. And SKT1 are going to be there. It's going to be a good MSI, so I definitely look forward to that. Moving over to Counter-Strike, we've got, this is as of round 2. Round 3 is currently taking place again today on the 13th. So currently as of round 2, Team Liquid and Astralis are both on 2-0 in the group stages. FaZe and MIBR are both 0-1, with Navi at 1-1 and Cloud9 at 0-2, which isn't surprising. They've just brought in Cajun B, and they have Vice, I think his name is, I'm not sure, as the 5th kind of stand-in. He's not a great player. He's kind of a no-mark in the league below, but he's just filling a spot. So I wouldn't expect much from Cloud9 for this tournament, despite being a massive fan. These have been a disappointment. Navi, they only have Simple, let's be real. The way Team Liquid and Astralis are playing, it's going to be between them two. I definitely call for them playing. If you want to watch a game this for Blast series, I would probably be watching Navi and Team Liquid and Astralis. They're your two to watch. So that's esports for now, and I think we're going to move on to
the boring hardware stuff with me, because I know hardware. RTX features are now available on GTX cards if you have 9 or 11 series cards with the new driver update, so go get that. It basically means that your lighting effects in supported games, which is Tomb Raider, Battlefield, and Metro, where it actually works and looks good. Shut up. And you can enable it there, but it is basically taking your GT 750 and hooking up an 8K screen. You can technically do it and you will get a picture, but it won't be a good gaming experience. But you can see what 8K image quality would look like, but you would get potato FPS. So it's like PC resolution, console FPS, bad. Go buy a better graphics card, which is what I think they're doing. They're just giving you a teaser of what technology can do if you have unlimited money, which I don't have, so I still have my pleb 1080 Ti that can do ray tracing with like 40 FPS on medium settings in 1080p. And our BBU merch store update. We are gonna rep the fucking BBU merch, as you have noticed if you were in the server, and I'm there as well. So I received our mug, and I'm pleased with it. It's fairly large. I'm happy with it. And I received our hoodie, which is, if you buy that, you support us in a
the
big
hoodies
way.
are great. And
yeah, and that's where we actually make some money off of it. We don't actually.
Yeah, we don't really make a profit on other things. Again, to reiterate, any profit we do make goes back into the Discord, giveaways, competitions, and things that we're going to run, such as Armor servers or other game servers, things like that.
Yeah. So buy our stuff like Billy just did, where he bought our tank top.
Tank top and a mug.
Yeah.
So I'll let that come in when it comes.
Yeah.
So long it takes.
Yeah. So yeah. Or again,
should be good.
Yeah, and if you like, I don't really want anything. I only have a $5, but I really want to support these guys. You can go to paypal.me/bbudonate and donate some funds to us, or to the server rather, which we again will use for the exact same thing as Alex just mentioned before.
Unless you have something specific you want it to go toward. Also, if you have any designs that you want us to do for the merch, let us know. Send it to one of us three. Or even another staff member, and it will get to us, and we'll see what we can do for you as well. That's no issue. I have recently designed and printed a T-shirt with my own picture on, which wasn't drawn by me. It was drawn by a friend of mine a while ago, and put that on a T-shirt for my little brother because he really wanted one. So again, that is also installed. Let us know if you want something. We will try our best to get it done.
Yeah. And if you have any problems with the store, DM me or Alex. We have up until now been able to resolve all the problems we have encountered with people that has stretched from they couldn't order a certain color to like the shipping rate was
Delivery
dumb.
times.
So yeah, we can fix a lot. So DM us and we'll do our best. Games we've been playing because we play games.
We play games all the damn time.
Because we don't have a life.
I love playing games, dude.
Because we
love playing games because there's nothing better.
Because then you have more than one life.
So what have you been playing, Billy, lately? The last week, should we say?
Last week, Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5. I've heard a lot about Far Cry 5. I've heard the other games were okay, and when they came out at that time, when they did come out, I always said, yeah, Far Cry's good, Far Cry's this, Far Cry's that. But for me, 5, everybody's always talking about Far Cry 5. What makes it so good?
It's probably more cinematic than the last few, but it still suffers from Ubisoft open worldness that they kind of inhabit. Basically, one humongous map, shitloads to do, and you can always kind of like winding out a little bit.
How many watchtowers have you been climbing?
Not
or
one.
Antennas?
One. There's actually they make a joke in the game when they make you climb a watchtower and go, "Don't worry, we may do it any more times."
Okay, that's not the game. Okay, I heard the joke, but I didn't know what game it was from. Okay, cool.
Far Cry 5, yeah, that's for the joke. Yeah, cool. There's only the one. You'll do that once, and then it's just the usual: drive here, do this, kill this person, drive back. Cinematic mission. Then there's the offshoot missions, the side missions, which are literally go here, shoot this person, come back. Pick this up, come back. But there's a lot of really cool characters, and I know the ending is something special that leads on to the somewhat sequel, New Dawn.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's. But I never finished the game originally. I only got halfway through. I stopped playing, but I'm going to finish it this time.
That is definite.
Yeah, I will do. I just want something to play, and that's just something I'm going to play. So.
Yeah, I've got so many single player games to go through right now. But what I've actually been playing, I've been neglecting them, despite the money I've spent on them. And I've been playing Paladins. Which I know I've spoke to you guys and a lot of people on the server about a lot because I've really, really been enjoying it. It's actually pretty good. At first glance, it looks like just another Overwatch clone, but it's not. It's made by Hi-Res Studios, who also make Realm Royale and Smite, which, again, pretty big games, more so Smite. And they've done a really good job with it. It's a character-based shooter. You can play different roles. It's more like Dota than it is Overwatch. You have champion pick / ban. You have items that you build in the game. You can't change what champion you're playing in the game. It's really, really good fun, and it's free to play. So, again, it has a similar system to a lot of free-to-play games where you get in-game currency for playing, and you use that to unlock heroes and skins and whatever else. I don't have an issue with that at the moment. I recently, I've enjoyed the game that much. I've just spent £20 on it myself to unlock all champions and any champion. I've really put time into this game in the last week. And it's because it works and it's fun. I played a whole bunch of Overwatch, competitively and casually. This is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch got serious, and it was a bit too polished at times. It's a Blizzard game, let's be honest. They look really pretty, but sometimes they try a little bit too hard, maybe. but this is just fun. It is, and there's a lot of problems with the game, but it's fun. Which to me is huge. So, again, if you're looking for a game to play, I'd consider it.
And it's free, isn't it?
100% free. You don't have to spend any money at all. It has cross-play on it from all consoles to the Switch, Xbox. I don't think it's on PS, actually. I haven't checked. I don't think it is. But you can play with PC. You can play with everybody. Can't play competitive on cross-platform, though. So I will stress that if you want to do that with your friends, unfortunately, you will have to get a console or they will have to use their computer. So there's that. Don't get too excited if that's what you're looking for, but you can still crossplay with all your friends, which, like I said, is really, really good fun.
Makes sense.
So that's what I've been playing. What about you, Donkey?
I've been playing Batman Arkham Knight, which is the 4th game in the series. Of last week I played Arkham City, so this is the next one. And I played it, this is also a second playthrough, and I'm gonna, not 100% like every achievement game, but I'm gonna do all the missions.
Okay.
Which for me is a lot to do in an Arkham game, because I haven't been like, dumb games. And the game got a lot of flack when it released, because it's a glowing example of how not to release a game. because it ran like ass on everything that wasn't my computer for some random reason. And it was like called back twice on Steam and removed from store shelves, and you were giving refunds up until a year after release and stuff like that. It was really awful. I played it, refunded, and then bought it again on a sale, even though I pre-ordered it in the first place. Yeah, I was like, okay, they fucked up with an update, so it even ran shit on my PC. It is actually my favorite Arkham game now. I really like the story. I like a lot of the stuff they implemented with the Batmobile. It is a bit over the top sometimes, where like, okay, they clearly did this because they want to show off the new awesome car they did. Cool.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with that sometimes. It doesn't bother me as much as it bothers some people.
If it doesn't have a massive impact on the game, then why not?
It doesn't. And for me, it's cool to go around the city in both car and on rooftops. And there's different elements in the game where you have to use the rooftop because your car will die because of massive tanks. But then later on, you can destroy the tank so you can get there by car as well. And I like that progression system in the game. I think it's cool. I would recommend it to anybody that has played the other games, but it's like, I heard bad about that game. It's fixed. It's also like 4 years after release, but it's fixed. Yeah. Games we look forward to. Right? No. Yeah, game we look forward.
Yeah,
games we
look forward to.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, that's what we call it. Games looking forward to. So coming soon is a game looking forward to called Anno 1800.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This game looks awesome. Sorry to interrupt. Wow, carry on.
Sorry, it is a city builder, economic builder, Imperials Timeline. It's just a fucking Anno game, so it's going to be immense when it comes to detail and things.
Everything I've seen of it, it looks really pretty as well.
Yeah.
It's good. I played a bit of the beta. It runs like ass on my PC, but I think that's just because it's the beta. It needs polishing, but it should be okay.
It
comes out.
The drivers were actually unoptimized, like not even like standard. They were actually worse for that game because of something with the engine, according to like both AMD and Nvidia, because they just didn't drive a thing. So like it should improve like 40% or something stupid just by like not having the newest driver.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited for Anno. It launches on the 16th of April, and I believe it's going to be around £50, €60.
Yeah.
That's a big price tag though for me for a game.
It might be one to wait for on sale. It will come down on sale pretty quick because it's not going to sell bucket loads. I think they know that. So I think it's one to wait for on sale.
Yeah. It depends how good it looks. I'm going to be really tempted. I'll probably be looking at reviews. But I've just spent a lot on games though as well, so I need to.
So I want to say one thing: it's all available on the Epic Games Store and Uplay. It's not on Steam. So if you're looking on Steam right now, check out the Epic Games Store or Uplay.
Yeah. Other games coming out as well. Rage 2.
Rage 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know if any of you did you play it at all.
I did. I didn't finish it though.
Why doesn't it surprise me that you played?
But an Xbox 360, and it was actually really good looking.
It was it was actually a really good looking game. It was like one of those weird games that's just it appeared and people were like, "Hey, this is gonna be a thing," and it didn't.
Yeah, it didn't take off.
It didn't take off, but it sold fine. Like not like oh my god, but not like oh it's bad. But
sold on a donate.
Yeah. But they're trying again, and it launches on May the 4th on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And because there's no news about it, we assume that it launches on Steam.
Yeah, because they haven't said otherwise.
They haven't said otherwise, so we assume.
That's terrible.
And I'm gonna personally burn down their headquarters if they say, "Oh, we meant Epic Store."
In fairness, the original Rage was on Steam as well, right?
The original Metro series was on Steam as well.
Yeah,
the pre-order was on Steam.
Well, I feel like that is enough reason for us to believe that the sequel will probably be on Steam.
I won't get into it.
Just on the Bethesda store.
Shut up.
Okay, speaking about things that are on Steam, they currently have a sale on for the Witcher series, which is up to 85% off, depending on which game you're looking at buying. It's the Game of the Year edition for The Witcher 3 as well.
Buy it.
Yeah.
Buy it right now.
Good game.
I like the Witchers that I have played. I've never finished one. I found it to be long and repetitive. But the combat is pretty good. The storyline is pretty good. And the characters are believable. So I don't have an issue with the game series. I think you should definitely play them. You should definitely consider playing pretty good games.
Some good,
immediately.
Some good books as well. I can recommend the books as well. Just bringing it out there.
You're talking about books?
Yeah.
What?
They're based on
It's
books.
a book podcast.
In a place like this?
Shut the fuck up. They're good books. Yeah. And Origin has a 50% off on Battlefield 5. So you can go buy that and realize that you can now play Firestorm, which is their Battle Royale mode, and realize that you got ripped off. Or you can be like, hey, I love Battlefield, it's amazing, and I can now get it super cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can be like, hey, I want to play FIFA, but on the PC. You can now get
A lot of people do.
Yeah, I think it's more popular. I actually don't know how many people do it. I feel like it's more of a PlayStation game, but I don't know.
PC is taking over because they've realised higher frame rates mean a lot.
Yeah, I think a lot of people play FIFA on PlayStation, but I don't think a lot of people play FIFA for PlayStation.
No, I think it's an Xbox game on the esports series. I think it's an Xbox One only.
I don't know. In the Danish league, they use PlayStation.
Oh, do they? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've only seen Xboxes on the UK one.
I don't know anything about it. I don't care about FIFA in any way.
I don't either.
It was like there was FIFA. There was FIFA 4, 2004, and then there was FIFA 2009. That was it. Then there was Street, and after that they just stopped and said, "Hey, we made Donkey happy." Good. They didn't. So now you can buy FIFA 19 for 67% off on Origin Store. And you can get some free games. Sorry, you can get some free games on the Epic Store.
On Epic Store on April 18th to May 2nd, Transistor is going to be free. So if you guys want to pick that up, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, free games is always good games.
Yeah, so I agree. But we bitch about free games all the time and demos all the time.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay, so I think the podcast has been a little bit shorter this week. We do aim for about an hour, but we've had a lot going on, to be honest, between the three of us. Yep. So next week, hopefully, we'll be a bit more prepared and it'll be better. Watch out for all the stuff we've done. If you have anything that you want us to talk about, let us know. Message any one of us or the staff members. We'll get to it. Check out the BBU update. That'll be live every Wednesday evening. We do a Q&A there for Saber-related stuff. So that's just for Saber-related stuff. If you want anything for the podcast, any merch, PayPal information, it'll all be posted with the video. Or message one of us or the staff members, Chung and Violet. We're all here if you need anything.
Yes.
Is there anything else you guys want to add, or should we just move on to the clip of the week and close it out?
Clip of the week. You can DM Alex if you want, and he will
DM me,
and he will give you the Google Drive link. I think it's called, right?
Yeah. That's Mr. Fluffy Bunny on the Discord.
Yeah.
Just DM me and I'll sort you out.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we will see you for the BBU update or for the podcast next week or in the server.
Yeah.
Cool.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.